say this has unequivocally condemned it, and everybody should, so we can tone down the rhetoric, because again, when somebody who disagrees with you is murdered like this, that could lead to somebody who agrees with you getting murdered like this. It is a catalyst for violence that then becomes a chain reaction. But let's finish this clip right here and we'll talk about it further.
And it has to stop now. And everybody's accountable. And we're watching what they're saying on television and who's saying what. The politicians, the media, and all these rats out there. This can never happen again. It ends now. Greg's right again. This is a turning point. And we know which direction we're...
Yeah, it is very clear the direction you want to go down, Jesse Waters. The direction of incitement, divisive rhetoric, and immediately hopping on air in front of millions and using political messaging that makes politics sound like it's warfare. I mean, the Chiron says Charlie Kirk assassin's still on the loose, yet Jesse Waters tries to create this very specific narrative with all of these terrible examples. He talks about the attempted assassination of Trump. This was a Republican kid who everyone condemns. He then talks about the shooting of 2 people outside of an embassy. This was an anarchist that everybody condemns. You should never just kill people based on who they are. And he leaves out, over the past few months, 2 Democratic lawmakers being assassinated back-to-back inside their homes in Minnesota. This happened, yet Jesse Waters precluded that. I don't want to do this tit-for-tat game on violence because it's not productive. We need to cool everything off. But if we played this tit-for-tat game, Jesse Waters would be quite embarrassed. But again, politics should not be treated like some sort of warfare. Here's my worry. Okay, I'm 22 years old, and we are currently seeing the social fabric of America weakening in real time. I someday want to work towards a future that has less political violence, less division, and working democratic systems where billionaires aren't influencing it. So let's talk about some real responsible policy steps that we can use to fix this. But first of all, Wahat said, glad to see this response from the Democrats. This is appropriate and decent. And I want to remind everyone that Trump mocked Paul Pelosi, who was nearly killed by a deranged conspiracy theorist, mocked him publicly at the RNC. So while every Democratic politician is using normal, non-divisive rhetoric, we have Elon Musk and Laura Loomer and everyone saying insane stuff. So here's what we need to do. First of all, we need to fix the online ecosystem. We don't need to limit speech, but social media platforms are now engineered to promote the most inflammatory content because it keeps people clicking. That's why Elon Musk gets 22 million views when he says the left is the party of murder, and that's why Gavin Newsom gets more views when he posts things in all caps. And I'm not saying that's bad, I'm just saying the type of attention that the algorithm promotes is the type that Trump and Republicans thrive off of. It's why all caps posts get more views. So we need to make sure violent rhetoric is not rewarded.
This is Elder G. So now you see, it wasn't about the price of eggs. It wasn't about inflation. It wasn't about more jobs. It was about white supremacy, that they are nervous because they are becoming the majority in America, and they're not gonna let black and brown people rule over them. So they are gonna start a war and destroy the whole country because they will never let minorities rule over them.